sports this time round then, including one called Pickleball. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, Marverine. And it may sound like something you get on your sandwich, but actually it's a very complicated sport which basically epitomises everything that the Invictus Games is all about. Let's speak to the wheelie pickleballer himself, Gareth Golightly, about what it's all about. Just tell us why pickleball is so important to the Invictus Games.
Pickleball is an inclusive sport that from able-bodied to most abilities, age, there's no limit, and from a mixed gender point of view, you can play on the same court together, and for the Invictus Games this fits perfectly, especially being a veteran and the only wheelchair-based pickleball coach myself that internationally, I can see the benefit there is to veterans, and especially having the element of another racket and paddle sport back in the Invictus Games is great for the sport, and for health and mental health and well-being, it's perfect.
Well, you all seem to be having a great time. As you can see, it's something a little bit like badminton mixed with tennis, mixed with paddleball.
It's a mix of all three.
Mix of all things. Yep. Good luck, I'll let you get back on the court. I am. So this is pickleball, Marverine. Oh, no. It's basically like a cross between table tennis and badminton, and as you can see, I'm not particularly good at it yet. But it's really all about camaraderie, the pickleball. As the wheelie pickleballer, Gareth here, will tell you, it can be done by people who are in chairs or not in chairs, no matter what their ability, whether they have physical or mental health issues. And so it's basically bringing everyone together. And the great thing about having the pickleball in Birmingham and the Invictus Games is it means that the families of all these the competitors can actually come and see what they can do rather than what they can't. I'm going to walk away from that. You shouldn't really walk through halfway through a game, should you? But let's speak to Helen Helliwell, who is the CEO of the BID. Just what does it mean, Helen, to bring the Invictus Games back to the UK and to Birmingham in particular?
Good morning, everyone. We are so thrilled that it's coming back to the UK and Birmingham in particular. Birmingham's got such a deep connection with our armed forces, particularly the Invictus community, given the Queen Elizabeth Hospital down the road treats wounded, injured, sick. Also, Fisher House houses their families whilst they're receiving treatment. The Royal College of Defence Medicine's there, which trains our clinician. And of course, we've got the Defence Medical Rehabilitation Centre. So really strong connection to the armed forces. And then we've just got this amazing venue, the NEC, which hosted the Commonwealth Games only in 2022, to have everything all on one site, from accommodation to all of the sport, to all of the festival feel in the evening. It's all going to be here at the NEC. So we're super excited to bring it home.
And you can see they are super excited. Thank you ever so much, Helen. And it's really being celebrated by people throughout the veteran community. Now, we were just talking about links to Birmingham. Stephen Hooper met most of those people who'd been injured before they came over to Birmingham. And you really basically epitomise what the Invictus Games could do for people who've suffered during war, haven't you? How has it affected you?
It's been life-changing for me, absolutely incredible stuff. I was a shadow of a person sort of before I went to Dusseldorf, and now here I am, captain of Team UK, ready to go to Canada and prepping the team, and just really excited about it coming back to Birmingham as well.
Thank you so much, Hoops. Hoop's story is absolutely amazing, and now he's leading the UK team. So good luck in the first games in Vancouver in 2025, and then they will be coming to Birmingham in 2027. So get your tickets while you can.
Hello, good afternoon. Birmingham is to host the Invictus Games in 2027. The event, which is staged every 2 years, involves injured military personnel and veterans from around the world competing in a range of sports. Birmingham beat off Washington, D.C. to be the host city. Now, unlike the Commonwealth Games, the City Council say they aren't paying for hosting the event. A launch was held today at the NEC, and our sports reporter Dan Pallett was there.
Yes, we have a date for the diary, July 2027. The Invictus Games is coming to Birmingham. Helen Helliwell, Chief Executive of the BID, many congratulations. You must be thrilled this morning.
Absolutely thrilled. We're super excited to be bringing it back to the United Kingdom, and particularly here in Birmingham.
Why do you think they chose you?
We have got a really strong bid. So Birmingham has really deep connections to armed forces, particularly the Invictus community. We've got the Queen Elizabeth Hospital down the road that treats our wounded, injured and sick. Royal College of Defence Medicine trains our clinicians, and Fisher House, which looks after families whilst their loved ones are being treated. And of course we've got the Defence Medical Rehabilitation Centre in the region as well. But not just that, we've got this amazing site here at the NEC, a venue that hosted the Commonwealth Games only a few years ago, having everything all on one site, the accommodation, all of the sports, festivals in the evening, art arts, food. It's just going to be simply amazing. And the community of Birmingham, a really young, diverse community, will welcome all of the participants that come from around the globe.
For those who don't know, what can we expect from the Invictus Games?
Well, it's a week of sport, 9 core sports, and for the UK pitch, we want to bring in 3 new sports. We're bringing in pickleball, we're bringing in laser run, and we're also bringing in esports. And they've been chosen because they're really accessible for people with different needs. They're really inclusive for different countries participating, and also they're fantastic to watch and for families to get involved with.
Now, we know Birmingham City Council doesn't have much money. They couldn't be involved in the bid. Tell us how much it's costing and where that money's coming from.
So I'm really grateful for Birmingham City Council for doing all the feasibility work, and then obviously when they came into financial difficulties, that's when I took over the leadership of it, and delighted that we got a full government underwrite to fund up to 26 million for the Games as announced previously. But hopefully I will get all the money from private sector. We've had fantastic response from private sector who want to get involved, so actually I'm hoping not to use any of that government underwrite, and I won't be having to use any of the taxpayer money from Birmingham.
And how can people find out more details?
Come and have a look at our website. It's now live, invictusgames2027.org. Lots more information to go on there, but it's live today. Super exciting for us.
Helen, thank you very much. You know, I drove here in horrible rain, but then the sunshine came out. Just feels right. The Invictus Games is coming to Birmingham.
And that was Dan Pallett reporting there.
Thanks, Jane. Hello, welcome to Midlands Today with me, Mary Rhodes. The headlines tonight. Celebrations in Birmingham as it beats Washington, D.C. to become the host city for the Invictus Games.
The Games are coming back to Britain. The Invictus Games will be hosted in Birmingham in July 2027.
It'll be the first time the Invictus Games has been held in the UK since its start in 2014. It'll be funded without public money from Birmingham City Council. Good evening. Birmingham has won the bid to host the 2027 Invictus Games, beating off competition from Washington, D.C. The event, staged every 2 years, involves injured military personnel and veterans from around the world competing in a range of sports. Financially struggling Birmingham City Council said the Games required no financial input from them. Dan Pallett reports.
So let's raise the flag. It was the moment that Birmingham became the host city for the 2027 Invictus Games. It'll be based entirely at the NEC complex, and that's what made the bid successful.
Everything's going to be on this one campus, from the accommodation to all the sports, to festivals in the evening, to music, to arts. Having everybody here, I think, is just going to be truly, truly special. And Birmingham, we know how well they welcomed the Commonwealth Games. It's a really diverse, young community, so we're super excited to bring it back to the UK.
The Invictus Games, to me, is telling the world that we are never beaten.
If sport is about taking part, then that ethos is epitomised by the Invictus Games.
Somebody asked me the other day, what's the Birmingham community going to get from this? And they're going to get the most extraordinary experience, because Invictus is not like other things. It is a wonderful sort of distillation of a lot of the best things about the human spirit. So that's going to be our gift to Birmingham.
It's exclusively for ill and injured military personnel. Michelle Turner and Johnny Ball have both competed at past games.
I developed a tropical disease whilst deployed, affected my body, left me with a heart condition that makes me collapse unannounced. So why would I dive into a swimming pool? Because Invictus teaches me that I can.
It's been the biggest privilege of my life, and I've experienced some quite challenging moments over the last few years as a result of a motorcycle RTA. So to come through that with my family and celebrate the recovery with the community that I belong to was a really special moment.
Birmingham's successful Commonwealth Games was another factor in attracting the Invictus Games to the city. But it won't cost a penny to regional taxpayers. Organisers hope to raise the £26 million budget commercially, and it's underwritten by central government, who would make up any shortfall. The Invictus Games includes 9 core sports such as swimming and athletics. Birmingham is introducing 3 new sports, including this one, pickleball. The Invictus Games are coming to the Midlands. Prepare for a special week in July 2027. Dan Pallett, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.